Hello everyone. Our team is excited to present our project titled Data Insight to Actions. This presentation explores the root causes of low employee engagement at Australian Outdoors and proposed data-informed strategy to improve workforce performance and customer satisfaction. Australian Outdoors is a premium outdoor retail brand with over 50,000 staff. It's a market leader in outdoor clothing, gear, and accessory, operating in higher competitive and service-driven industry. However, the company is now facing growing internal challenges, declining employee engagement, rising customer complaints, and falling productivity across teams. These issues have ever started to affect market share. In response, management is turning to people analytics to better understand these problems and drive strategy actions. The purpose of this project is to uncover the underlying drivers of these workforce issues and deliver actionable recommendations. We adopt a mixed methods approach combining quantitative analysis of high HR data with qualitative insight from employee feedback. Our scope primarily focuses on internal operation, particularly the experience of frontline employees and team leaders. To guide our interpretation, we apply the job demand resources model, which highlights how an imbalance between job demands and resources can lead to burnout and disengagement. Findings indicate that high stress level, lack of recognition, and minimal leadership support are contributing to disengagement and increased turnover in tensions. Employees feel undervalued, and team leaders are struggling to maintain morale within under-resourced teams. We therefore recommend two key actions. First, promote a physically safe and supportive work environment through leadership training and feedback channels. Second, improve career development and recognition structures to increase motivation and retention. By addressing these internal gaps, Australian Outdoors can rebuild employee trust, improve service quality, and sustain competitive performance in the retail sector.
This graphic shows the core logic of the job demands resources framework. The green battery at the top is fueled by job satisfaction and feedback quality, our key resources. The red battery shows at the bottom drains through stress, our demand, guided by Korn and Kim 2019 and confirmed by Bailey 2017. Resources boost engagement and business outcome, while demand erodes them. That thinking produces hypothesis A and underpins model A and C you see in the analytics. Based on survey figures, stress really outweighs resources at Australian Outdoors, explaining the engagement deep and spike in complaints we saw in the data. Here's the service profit chain tailored to Australian Outdoors. By showing this chain, it clarifies that JR and JD remains the most important order to fix the current situation. Our left-hand boxes repeat the JDR levels, resources in green, stress in red. They flow down to employee engagement. That's what Model 8 explains. Engagement then powers productivity, validated in Model B and consistent with Soato 2018 and Almadat 2022. Higher productivity improves customer experience and ultimately our business outcomes. The arrow on the right shows exactly which analytics model populates each stage, and the RI slide later shows what needs to be done. We merge voice survey, HRIS, complaints, and productivity into one 300-row master table. All variables sit on a 1 to 9 scale, so multiple and simple regressions will fit well. Guided by Quan and Kun 2019 JDR review, we built three linked models on the Excel file. Together, they mirror the service profit chain you saw earlier. As you can see, we have also designed the bar chart and a regression chart into the Excel table and did all the calculation inside the sheet. Next, grounded in Bailey et al. 2017 and Conway 2015, we predicted that the JDR model, job satisfaction and feedback and the demand stress, would jointly shape engagement in hypothesis A. The regression proves it. R squared at 0.46 means the trio explains almost half of the engagement differences. Job satisfaction dominates at 0.55, feedback quality still matters at 0.11, and stress knocks engagement down by 0.12. This means raising job satisfaction by 1 point will jump engagement by half a point, the biggest single lever. That aligns with the drop in engagement we observe at Australian Outdoor, knowing job satisfaction and feedback are weak. Next, do this extra engagement points boost business output? Model B will answer that. Drawing on retail findings by Suharto 2018 and Amada 2022, we expect a higher engagement to lift productivity in Hypothesis B. The slope is half a point. Every engagement point adds zero point 0.5 points of self-rated productivity. Stress again erodes output. By lifting engagement using our Model A levels, we can recover productivity level. Stress clearly hurts productivity. Does it also push talent out? Model C shows the retention cost. Consistent with Mao until 2023 and the burnout withdrawal link in Togolo 2020, we predicted stress would raise quit intent, while job satisfaction would reduce it in hypothesis C. The stress at 0.45 confirms it, while job satisfaction offsets it by 0.37. Cut stress 1 point and high quit intent drops by 0.45 points, thus showing the importance of cutting stress to risk not losing employees. The analytics form one causal chain. Resources and demand drive engagement, model A. Engagement drives productivity, model B. Stress inflates quit intent, model C. A 1 point lift in job satisfaction yields the biggest bang, half a point engagement. Feedback quality is a fast statistical gain. And lowering stress both boosts engagement and saves employees from leaving. Together, it addresses and fixes all problems Australian outdoor is facing.
On this slide, I present the predict impact of our findings on two key stakeholder groups, employees and middle managers. For employees, we found that high job demands combined with limited resources lead to higher risks of burnout and disengagement. This results in lower productivity, increased absenteeism, and a stronger intention to leave the organization. Psychological factors like feeling safe and finding meaning in work are crucial to sustain engagement. When the work environment lacks of trust and support, employees are less likely to seek help, or perform at their best. As team leaders and middle managers, they face the challenges of holding teams together while managing their own stress. A lack of support from HR or upper management can make this even harder. Poor communication climates within teams hinders effective leadership, and when team members burn out, it often triggers a decline in motivation and team morale.
Senior leadership at Australian Outdoors also face significant risks which link to declining employee engagement and increasing workplace threats. As our analysis clearly highlight that employee dissatisfaction isn't only a HR issue, it also represents a critical threat to leadership credibility and effectiveness of the strategy execution. Quality feedback from our recent employee surveys underscored the significance of this issue. Employees rapidly expressed feeling unsupported, isolated, and frustrated due to the lack of transparency and meaningful communication from leadership. One point of that feeling undeveloped and state where management doesn't care about them. This sentiment highlight a critical gap between senior leadership intention and employee experience. Another data supporting what GitLab support research show only 21% of employees strongly trust their leader, where low trust level among staff correlated directly with reduced engagement, where undermining organization ability to effectively implement strategy initiatives. When employees lose faith in leadership, though declining engagement further lead to reduced strategy alignment, innovation, and performance. This level of leadership misalignment also directly threatens strategy goals and morale. Furthermore, our finding also predicts significant impact on our customer due to declining employee engagement and increased employee threat level. Employee engagement directly correlated to the quality of customer interaction, as employee are more increasingly dissatisfied and threats customer service standard can be declined as frontline customer service quality is declined. From our employee service response also indicated a tendency of growing frustration with customers facing road, and further written by in a the lack of managerial support. One employee noted the difficulty of managing customer campaign with a little support from management, while another highlighted increasing negative customer interaction due to issue beyond our control. These comments result from declining patient and responsiveness among threats among staff due to threats, while this also negatively affect the experience and satisfaction of the customers. Research constantly link employee engagement with customer satisfaction and brand loyalty. Rip-Lipped confirmed that highly engaged team achieve approximately 10% higher engagement satisfaction, as also scored compared to their disengaged counterpart. This drop of service quality can rapidly damage our reputation, customer retention, and overall market position. To effectively address this challenge, we propose two specific actions based on our data analysis and also supported by literature. The first one is to enhance supportive and leadership and psychological safety. Our regression analyzed emphasize supportive leadership, which is strong structured by high feedback quality and psychology safety, can significantly boost employee engagement and reduce threats. To cultivate such a environment, we recommend investing in leadership development initiatives that aim to improve emotional intelligence, communication skill, and empathetic management practice. Managers and leadership should be trained to foster psychological safety, where to regularly communicate clear goals and show general concern for employee well-being, since threats and burnout occurred when job demand exceed resources. We also recommend to establish a clear and safe communication channel, which to ensure employee concerns are generally heard and addressed without fear. According to the job demands resource model, that providing a sufficient managerial support can effectively reduce job threats and burnout, thereby increase productivity and engagement. Gallup also support this by showing the data that report 27% reduction in turnover and 12% improvement in productivity in organization that promoting psychological safety. Practically, this initiative can buffer high job demand and reduce threats, and also prevent employee exhaustion. Measure must be parallelizing transparency update and empathetic communication, which should demonstrate general concern for employee well-being and align management action with employee value. Another recommendation is to enhance feedback recognition and career growth opportunity. Our data from Model B showed that improved feedback quality is closely linked to higher productivity and engagement. Employees frequently mention the lack of recognition and insufficient developmental support as the source of frustration. Therefore, leadership should regularly provide specific and actionable feedback and also recognize employee contribution regularly. Those feedback are mostly gonna make employees feel values and help them to improve, and resulting as a driver of productivity and performance. A workplace culture of meaningful feedback will also be facilitated with where to boost performance and retention. Besides, we also recommend to implement a robust and uh, continuously feedback mechanism complemented by a structured recognition program such as a monthly reward as to acknowledging outstanding performance, where employees who feel valued and support are far more engaged. From what a previous record also demonstrated that organizations with robust recognition program record much lower turnover and higher productivity. Additionally, clear pathway for career growth and professional development must be also attributed purely to social organization providing meaningful and regular feedback and recognition, see a high improvement in employee satisfaction, productivity, and retention. But what most important is the employee need for growth and appreciation is the top engagement driver for employee, where to further result in job satisfaction and loyalty to company. So for the conclusion, immediate action is essential to reverse concerning trait of employee engagement and raising stress level. By enhancing supportive leadership practice and inducing a robust feedback and recognition framework, Australian outdoor can reverse declining employee engagement and productivity and further prevent potential talent growth and threat leisure, where conversely, these initiatives can improve employee engagement and customer satisfaction and overall productivity. These strategies innovative can further help maintain our competitive edge and retain key talents. Also to reinforce our position as an industrial leader. Further action for Australian outdoor would be focused on investment in people for a more engaged workforce as for the cornerstone of the sustainable success and protected brand reputation. And that's all for our presentation. Thank you so much. And this is the references.